up, guys? Well, as you can see, I'm on a road trip. I'm in the work van, doing something a little different today. I'm going to take y'all with me. I've got a house to wire. I put in audio video equipment, and I want to show you what I do and how it works. Today we're headed to Holden Beach. It's about 3.5 hours from my house. So ride with me and I'll show you what I do. It's probably going to take about a day and a half to do what I need to do here. So I'll be staying overnight. Looking forward to it. It's good to take a road trip once in a while and get out of the ordinary, same old monotonous work. I don't mind the drive once in a while. But this is just a long road. This road here I'm on is 211. Just got off of Highway 74. And I've got to ride this road for about 26 miles now. So I'll just sit back and enjoy the scenery. It's good to see a change of scenery once in a while. So when I get here, I'll get situated and get all my tools out, and I'll show you guys what I do. Stick around. Alright, I'm here at the construction site now, and we're about to lay this house out and try and figure out what all the customer needs and get the locations figured out for their audio system and internet, TVs. So first thing I do is get a layout. I meet with the homeowner of course first, but find out what their needs are, but then I'll get a floor plan and we'll mark exactly where everything goes, and that's already been done here. I've got the floor plan and everything is marked. So next thing I do is just get started. So find out exactly where all the equipment goes is the first thing I need to find out, because that's where all the wires will get home run back to, and that's actually right here in this closet. And we've got it already labeled here for audio, and that's exactly where I'm going to put all the audio cables. So now I'm going to start outside and I'm going to run some wires and get busy. And these are my first two wires that are going to go to some outdoor speakers, so I'm going to start pulling those wires. Okay, so this is where my job gets a little tricky sometimes. I've got this speaker wire here I've got to put out of this hole right here, but there's a laminated beam above it, so I can't just drill straight into the beam. It's in the way. So I'm going to have to come down this side and go through this corner, so I'll have to drill in this way and try to fish the wire through this corner. It's a little tricky, but it's doable. Alright, so the holes are meeting here in the middle now, so I've just got to get this wire through those holes. Here first. Right there. That's it. So now this wire is going to go out right through here, and there'll be an outdoor speaker mounted to the wall so they can have sound out on their deck. So I'll get this tacked up here. So I like to use these insulated metal staples. They protect the wire so you don't damage the wire. And I'll come back and put some metal stud guards here and here on this side, so when they're screwing the drywall in, they're not going to run the screw right through my wire. As long as the hole is in the center third, those 1.25 inch long drywall screws won't hit it, but this is pretty close, so I'll need to protect this. And once all my holes are made, I'll come back and put fire caulking in these holes so draft will not come inside the wall and further ignite a fire. Plug all those holes, anything that goes up in the ceiling or down into the floor. So moving on to step 2. Alright, next we have to do the exact same thing on the other side. I've got the right speaker pair, and it's going to come out of here, and I've already measured a hole here. So this is where the speaker goes. But now this one's a little different because I've got to come down a narrow hole here, just a very small side here. So I'm going to drill through here, drill into here, and through there, because I don't want to go through the laminated beam and destroy the integrity of the engineered beam. That's what's supporting all the weight above it. A little bit more complicated, but not too bad. So just make sure I've got about 3 feet of wire to go out of the hole. That gives plenty to work with at the speaker. Ceiling speakers, I use these brackets, ESBRKTIC 6. I'll take a 6.5 inch speaker. It's basically a ring for drywall, so when the drywall guys come out and cut the ceiling out, they'll cut around this with their router and save me from having to do it after it's done. So all I have to do is come and install the speaker. It costs a little bit more to do this, but it just saves some time in the end. And it's these brackets here that snap into place like so. You can put them anywhere you want to on this ring. In this case, where I'm going to be installing it, this will screw right to the rafter, and this will screw to the other end of the rafter. I'll show you how that works. Alright, so I'm up in the ceiling now, and I've already measured to the middle. There's a flat part in the ceiling here, so I want to get this speaker centered. And all I'll do is line up this mud ring here for the speaker right on the center mark line, and the brackets come with some small Phillips screws, so I'll just screw those in. One more screw. Okay, and then the other end, the little flap here, is just going to screw to the other truss, next one closest to it. And that's it. When the drywall goes up, they cut this out. I'll have my speaker wire attached here, so I'll just reach up here, grab the speaker wire, trim it, and attach it to the speaker. These are nice. Time saver. And there's the second one installed. Always have two in a room. There's the other one. That way you've got stereo sound in the room. Next step, I'll run the wires to these speakers. Okay, that's it. I've got all these wires pulled down. I've got wires going to speakers throughout the house, inside and outside, and I've also wired for internet connections so everything will work. Everything's labeled where it goes, and all I've got to do is tape this up so it doesn't get any paint on it, and then clean up and call it a day. And I'm going to try and find somewhere to stay here tonight, and then head back home in the morning. So I'll check back with you as soon as I found somewhere to stay. Alright guys, so a little change of plans. Search, and there was really only one hotel close by, and it was very run down, and the other ones was like 30 something miles away. So I found a campground. You know me, I love to camp, but they wouldn't allow me to stay in a hammock because you couldn't strap hammocks to the trees, and I don't have my tent. So they did say we have these glamping tents, so you got to check this out. It's pretty cool. It's got these huge trees holding the structure up. You got a picnic table, nice little hammock, and a fire pit with a grill. So I think I know what I'm doing for supper tonight. But check this out. My own trash can. That's a cooler. And on the inside, of course, there's a bug net. I've already been in here and opened it up. There's a queen size bed with light. This runs on solar power, and it's got these windows that I can open or close, and comes with a little Mr. Buddy heater over there. I don't think I'll need that tonight. It's only going to be about 63. And a little dinette, and it's even got a stove jack in it, so I guess in the wintertime you could put a wood stove in here. But this is home for the night. I think it's pretty cool, but the only thing is I've got to go to the Dollar General store down the road here. It's only a mile away because these aren't equipped with linen, so I will need to get sheets, but that's not a problem. It should be a good night here. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good surprise. You know, I was thinking I was gonna have to stay in a hotel, and then I really wanted to camp, but unfortunately I couldn't use my hammock. I've got the hammock with that hammock tent that goes over it, but they don't want anything strapped to the trees, which I understand. And by the time I got a tent site, bought a tent, it would have been more than even staying in this place. So I think I'm gonna go on to the store now and get what I need and get some food while I'm out, and a bag of charcoal, and I'll cook up a good little meal on the fire. Okay, I made it to the store and was able to get new sheets and a quilt and some pillows. Got some groceries to cook tonight, so I'm gonna make some sausage dogs over the fire. But check it out. It's a nice little place. Much better than sleeping in a hotel tonight. It's a different experience anyway. I should sleep very good. So this is my campsite for the night. Got a bag of charcoal to cook my sausage dogs, and definitely won't need to be sitting around a fire. It's pretty warm. I think it's 63 is as cold as it's going to get tonight, and it's pretty warm right now. It should cool off enough that I should sleep well. But this is it. Got a nice little hammock there to sit on too. I've got my cooler all stocked up. This is a pretty nice feature. Yeah, so I've got that all loaded up with some drinks, sausage dogs in there. Even got this little cooler here if you wanted to put some bottles in there with ice. It's a pretty neat place. I just kind of stumbled upon it. It'd be a good place to come back and bring the wife. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my bag there and head over to the shower house. They've got just a single stall shower there. I'm gonna get a shower and change some clothes. Kind of dirty from working today, but I'll check back in after I get some supper going. Alright, get some coals going here. I'm starting to get hungry. Alright, just about 5 more minutes maybe. I'll be ready to put those sausage dogs on. Yeah, I may as well cook them all. Can't bring them back with me. Alright, sausage dogs are done. I don't know about you, but I like a little mustard on mine. So toasted the buns out there over the fire too. It took a little bit longer to cook them over the fire just because the grill was a little bit higher than it could be, but which is good. That means they're just slow cooked and they didn't burn, so should be good. Let's try them. That's good. I've never bought this brand sausage dogs before. I don't even remember what it was. I got it from Dollar General. I think it was like an 8-pack of them, but it's really good. And I got some sun chips and garden salsa. Those are good. And a little cooler out there. Kept my sun drops ice cold. Not bad meal to be cooked on the fly like that over the fire pit. If I had some more fire, I might would put it, or some more wood, I might put it out there and sit around the fire just a little bit longer. But I really wasn't planning to stay in a tent like this. I was planning on staying in a hotel, but I'll take this any day over a hotel. So really, it's pretty warm out there anyway. It would just be for the ambiance of it. But yeah, this is a nice tent. It's definitely glamping. It's nothing you would just pack up and carry and bring out in the woods with you. This is permanent. It's built onto a deck with 2x6 floor boards, and I imagine it's probably got screen material underneath to keep the bugs out, because I haven't seen any bugs here. But it's pretty nice. don't really have anything exciting to talk about or show you here tonight. I've never been here before, which you may come back. It's only about 3 hours from our house. I'll get up in the morning and take a look around and see what this place has. But anyway, I'm just going to sit here and finish this supper, and really don't know what else to do. I'll probably sit in the rocking chair on the porch for a little bit until I get sleepy or look at my phone. I got good Wi-Fi signal here. So yeah, I got my bed all made up, so I'm good to go for the night. Anything exciting happens, I'll show you guys, but other than that, I'm gonna sleep good tonight, and I'll get up in the morning and see you then. I'll show you guys something I just found out here. I've seen this big whiskey barrel here, and I thought maybe it was just for looks until I noticed a vent on the front of it. And so I opened it up and found out it's actually a swamp cooler. So I put a little ice in there I had left over, and I'm going to turn this thing on and see how it works. Follow the plug over here to the wall. This loud. Feels like cool air coming out though. I'll leave it on a bit and see how it does. Pretty cool though. Good morning, guys. I'm all packed up now, ready to go. Ready to get up out of here and hit the road. I slept pretty good last night. I did leave that swamp cooler going, and then I realized it was just so loud I wasn't going to sleep, so I turned it off. But it was working. It was blowing out cool air, which is really nice. And other than that, I slept pretty good. Woke up this morning to, as you heard, the owls in the background there. That was neat. But yeah, everything's good to go here, so I'm gonna get on the road, and hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care.